Hello everyone, welcome back to Below Par with myself, Joe Lovery. So you joined me at the beautiful Zagaleta Golf Club this morning, and I'm so lucky to get a chance to play here, and I'm on the putting green at the moment filming 3 drills that are really going to help you when going to a new golf course. One of the things you'll notice in this video is just how quick these greens are. I cannot quite describe how fast they are. They are quicker than anything else I've ever putted on. And then in terms of the actual greens themselves, loads and loads of swing. But very, very true. So I want to show you guys, how do you start to master or manage these greens? Obviously, we're going from a golf course in the UK where they might be running at 6 or 7, and you've got these then that are easily, I reckon they're at 12. What I'll do is I'll go into today's video, 3 drills to massively help you improve your putting on greens like these. But just look at this view and this place. Amazing. So the first thing we need to do when we go to any new green is we need to master the pace of the greens. We need to get a feel for it. So what I like to do is just put out some key markers that help me with my game. So I'm going to go 10, 15 and 20 feet to begin with. So let's pace it out. So we've got. So the reason why I don't start going back to 25, 30, 35 feet is you find from that distance it's hard to judge a putt anyway. You know, certainly on quick greens, you're going to have the undulations, ball's going to roll away. But these sort of length distances are what you're going to find on the course that you're maybe going to want a 1 or 2 putt really consistently. So I like to start with these. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to start on the 10 footer. I'm just going to have a roll with the first one. If I don't do too well, I'll just grab a ball from behind. This doesn't need to be done to perfection. This is purely your chance now to get a feel of the greens. Wow. You can see how quick they are. Let's hit this one again. I've picked a very big swinging putt as well, as you can see, which I didn't mean to do. So those first 2 putts, pace-wise, I'm happy with. So there's 3 putts, pretty happy with those at pace. So let's go back to 15 feet. Can't even get the balls to stop on the green, they're that quick. So 15 feet, I'm aiming way outside the left-hand side of the hole now. And the scary bit is when I was lining this up, this hole actually looked like it was one of the flattest. Might have hit that one a little bit firmer. Okay, really happy with those again from 15 feet. Let's go back one more to 20. Wow, I'm on a real slope now. So this is going to be a lot of swing, but all about that pace. The great thing is as well, setting up this drill and hitting putts of this distance with a decent amount of swing is you're starting to get a true read for the golf course. So you're starting to go, okay, well, it doesn't actually look like it's going to swing that much, but when I'm hitting these, as you can see, I'm aiming well outside the cup. So not just is this pace, it's also helping me with line. That felt like a good putt. One more. And all I do then is I just repeat that over and over and then start to build up a real good consistency from there. What I'm going to do, let's go on to the next drill. Let's go on to drill number 2. So the next drill then, we've got a really slopey part of the green. Now I've done this on purpose, purely because I've found this week the slopes, certainly in these shorter putts, have been quite hard to actually hold the putt. One of the key things you find then, you've gone to a new green, you've got the pace now we need to start looking at the breaks. So what I've done is I've set up the short putts about 3 foot. So we're not just working on holing out, but we're also working on the end break of the putt. This is roughly how the ball's going to roll up to the hole. I have picked quite a slopey bit of green here. This one down the hill is going to be quite good fun. I think if I miss it, honestly, I've got a chance of nearly knocking it off the green. But this is quite a nice one. So just 3 tees, roughly 3 or 4 feet. And I'm just going to practice now putting these and let's see how we get on. Now the key thing with this again, I'm not worried if you're holing these or not. The key thing is you're just learning each time you're doing it. Because obviously you're trying to hole these on the course. So slightly up the hill, slightly on the right lip. Let's give it a go. A little bit off the right, down the hill. This can be just breathed on, that's going to get down there. Oh. And you can see on the camera how much that swings. Let's just hit one more of those. There you go, better putt. And I mean, obviously you can set yourself challenges on this if you want. You could say, oh, I have to hole all 3, or I have to hole 2 out of 3 to be able to leave, that's fine. But for me today, this is just getting a feel for the surface. There we go. So what I'd do now, I'd go around that a couple more times, and then I'd go on to drill number 3. We're going to go back to pace, getting ready then to head out on the course. So the last drill for me now is applying those 2 things we've just done. So what I'm going to do is we've just got 3 balls, and I'm going to have a little bit of fun. I'm going to mess around with a few putts, try some different putts on the green, start to really try and apply the pace and line stuff I've learned. So stupidly, I've picked a downhill putt. I can't go to this first flag. You cannot stop the ball. I tried to go to a flag and it on the left, and it went off the green and nearly went onto a path. So I'm going to go to this second flag here on the right hand side, and I'm just literally going to touch it. And let's see, so applying the rules I've had so far, there's always a lot of break and it's very quick. Might need to stay up a little bit low, but the pace is actually very good. Okay, so the pace is right, just needs to be a little bit higher on the green. So let's go right up to the edge. That looks better. And I'm doing this now so that when I'm on the course and I get faced with something like this, I've done it before. I mean, look where I'm aiming that. This is what, a 40-foot putt? I'd take every single one of those on the golf course. It's a decent length, and you see I'm just touching it. So let's go and hit one more on camera and we'll call it a day. Here we go then. 20 odd feet down the hill, 25 feet, a little bit outside what I've hit already. A little bit left to right. Stop, stop, stop. Now I would not been able to have done that on a first putt today. I'd have hit that way too hard. I have just touched that. These greens are getting faster and faster and faster, even the time I'm spending on them. Again, we'll take that 100%. Let's hit one more. Next one, a little bit further left on that white dot. Just touching it. I will take those all days long. What we've done is we've gone through pace, line, and then we've been able to apply those 2 things, hitting some actual putts on the green. Let's say this process doesn't have to take long. It's just something I consistently do before I go out and play, and it helps me read the green a little bit better, start to understand how much break there is, how much the balls swing at the end, how quick is the putts down the hill, what's it like up the hill. I'm doing all of that already just by setting those 2 drills up first and then actually going and applying that on the green for drill number 3. There we go then, guys. That is it. That is the 3 drills that I would use when I'm coming to a new course to try and help me master the greens. As you can tell, certainly not easy. None of those things are easy. I'm not going to assess my performance on these this morning. That's not the goal in this. It purely is to start learning. Obviously, I'm here now for a couple more days, so I need to just keep learning when I'm on these greens, keep learning how to putt and how to actually control the ball, and equally probably judging my approach shots really well into the greens, because that downhill putt, you saw how fast it was. I couldn't even get it stopped to the first one, so absolutely crazy. So guys, hope you enjoyed today's video and look forward to seeing you all very soon.